Okay, in this episode, we are going to set up the teleportation. The camera offset, I'm going to put this one on the right hand. So within the right hand controller, I'm going to use the XR Interaction Toolkit's own sample teleport provider. And they already have a sample prefab. So I'm going to use that. And it's called Teleport Interactor. So I'm just going to drag it to the right hand controller. And on this one, actually, we don't have any presets. So unfortunately, we just have to set it up ourselves. So first of all, the interaction layer mask, make sure it's on teleport. Handedness, in this case, I'm gonna set the right hand. For the rotate input, I'm just gonna set the right hand interactions rotate manipulation. And for the directional input, set the right interactor directional manipulation. Okay, we need to add the attach transform and the ray origin transform. Before that, we need to create two separate objects in the hierarchy. So first, I'm just gonna put it on the right hand. So I'm just gonna call it right controller teleport stabilized attach, and I'm just gonna create a child object, which is gonna be the stabilized origin. 0, 0 position. Right now it doesn't matter. Okay, and I just have to drag this out to the camera offset level, and I'm just gonna move it under the right hand. And if I go back for the teleport interactor, the attach transform is gonna be the stabilized attach, and the ray origin transform is gonna be the stabilized origin. Okay, on the XR interactor, we still need to add the input configuration. So for the select input, it's going to be the locomotion teleport mode on the right hand, actually for both of them. And for the activate input, it's just going to be the activate and the activate value on the right hand. Okay, here there's one more thing we need to set, and that's on the XR interactor line visual, the line origin transform, which is actually going to be the stabilized origin. Okay, on the stabilized attach, we need a component called XR transform stabilizer, and the aim target object is going to be the teleport interactor, and the target, we need to create that. That's going to be the point where the ray is going to come from. And I like that kind of inside the hand, but it's all preference. You can set any transform actually. So I'm just going to create an empty here, and it's going to be array origin. And for that one, I just simply drag and drop it. And I can modify it just slightly that, but it's my own preference. You can set basically anything. The last thing we need to do is select all the floor tiles and add the teleportation area, and at the interaction layer mask, set the teleport. Okay, so that's the interactor setup, and there's two more things that is missing. So the right hand controller, we got a teleport interactor. So I'm just gonna drag and drop it there. And under the locomotion, we need to add another game object. I'm gonna call it teleport, and I'm gonna add the component called teleportation provider. For the mediator, again, just drag the locomotion and you can press play. Okay, and if you use the joystick up button, you can teleport anywhere you want. Okay, there's one mistake I made, and that is on the teleport interactor. XR interaction line visual, instead of the teleport stabilized origin, just set the ray origin, what we created on the right hand prefab, and set it that. Because if we have the other one, when you try to rotate with the joystick, it just gives you a strange behavior, and now it should work as intended. Okay, and the other one I want to show you is the teleport anchor. So what is this anchor is for? For example, you want the player to be only able to teleport to the tables at set positions, for example, here, here, and here. So you create 3 of these, and you also can set the rotation. So if you want the player to face like that, it always will face to the Z position every time it teleports to this anchor point. Okay, so how to set that up? So I already made this teleport anchor, but it's completely empty. The only thing is there is a mesh collider for the object itself, an anchor point, and a snap volume, which is just a box collider trigger that will detect our teleportation there. So teleport anchor, interaction layer mask, as always, just teleport. And what is important in this case, make sure you select the local space and check if the visual, the anchor, and the snap volume is facing the same direction. So it's not rotated at all, any of the child object. And one more thing what we need to add at the snap volume is XR interactable snap volume. And just make sure the snap collider is set to the snap volume, so it's getting the box collider. So the last thing on the teleportation anchor, if you select the teleportation configuration, for the match orientation, you can set up multiple cases. For example, word space up is whatever your character is right now, it's going to face to that direction. If you want to exactly match the Z position on this anchor, then you need to select the target up and forward, so it will rotate the XR origin to this position. Okay, on the teleportation trigger, you can have some variations. What it means is on select entered, if whenever the teleportation reaches this object, it automatically teleports you there. I don't see any use case for that. I usually use is the on select exited, so I aim it to that, and when I release, yeah, it will teleport me to this position. So yeah, that should be all, and if we hit play, it should work. Okay, so whenever I try to teleport to this one, you can see the forward rotation is going to be the object Z position. So yeah, I'm actually facing that one. So I'm just going to create two more to demonstrate it. Okay, so let's duplicate it twice. So the first one, I'm just going to put it here, rotate it slightly. The second one, I'm going to put this one here. And the last one is going to come here, but I'm just going to completely rotate it this direction. Let's see if it's going to rotate me to the right position. Okay, so this one, yeah, exactly to that point. We're going to rotate to this one, but I'm trying to face a different position. So yeah, forward. And this one exactly to the table. Right, I'm just going to delete these two because it's going to be in the way. And that's the teleportation for this episode, and I see you in the next video.